I'm asking you to exit the vehicle for me, please, okay? So that involves turning your legs all the way outside of the car and then stepping using your 2 feet out of the vehicle, okay? Just throw the lead in the car.
Well, she had that hiccup right there. It reminds me of one of the old cartoons where the person's a little too intoxicated and they start hiccuping. So I don't know if that's what she has going on here. She also looks completely out of it. It could be from a car crash. It could be from drugs or alcohol. It could be from a medical issue. So I definitely want to see more.
What happened? I can't hear you. You got to speak up for me, okay? What was that? You don't know?
Something looks wrong. Did fire rescue talk to her already? Did they evaluate her? Did they clear her? I need to know more as far as the process and where we're at in this investigation. Something definitely looks wrong with her. I guess the real question is it impairment from drugs or alcohol, meaning a DUI, or is it from something else? Is she going through a medical emergency right now?
Do you have your driver's license on you?
She has this patch on her left shoulder. What is that? Is that for diabetes medication? Or is that something else? Right now I don't know, but I'm very curious. Is this officer going to ask about this?
So what happened, man? Was your neck hurting?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to move your head for me, okay? Do you mind just telling me what happened exactly?
So red light, I was almost at a complete stop.
Okay.
There was one car in front of me, and then just boom.
She just crashed it right into you?
Yeah.
She's so out of it.
Would you like me to ask for her DL?
Yeah, I already asked her. She said she's had it. I asked her to give it to me, but she hasn't given it to me.
I'll try again.
I'm thinking it's going to probably be drugs and alcohol.
She's talking about neckband.
Probably drugs and alcohol. Look at her pupils.
Okay, so they're saying she's out of it. Probably going to be drugs and alcohol. But again, what do we do to see if there's any kind of medical emergency? What's fire rescue doing? Where are we at the process here? They're talking to the alleged victim, making sure he's okay. All right. Again, what are they going to do next? Let's take a look.
Hey, listen, brother. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about you. Okay.
Okay.
So, just to give you a little heads up, the driver that hit you appears to be impaired by drugs or alcohol.
Okay.
Okay. So, whatever hospital they're going to be transporting you to, I'm going to come. I'll meet you over there after I'm done doing all my DUI investigation with her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to give you the paperwork. She is going to be issued a citation, obviously, for the crash.
So that's not good. He should never be telling another witness what he's observing and what he's concluding, because now he could be poisoning that witness. When this becomes a criminal case, the defense attorneys are going to want to question this person, and now it's going to taint his testimony. Now he's going to start putting these pieces together and saying, well, I heard that she was drunk, or that she was on drugs, or this and that, when he should never be told that at all. So big mistake by this police officer here, but also looks like he's already made up his mind. So I want to hear, this is the first time I've watched, I don't know the answers. I want to hear, what is this officer going to talk to her about? Is he going to make it seem like he's really trying to decide if she's impaired? Seems like he already made up his mind. So I'm excited to keep watching.
Take care of yourself. I'll find out what hospital you're getting transported to, and I'll meet you there, okay?
Okay.
Just so you can remember, my name is Deputy Price. Like, the Price is Right, okay?
All right.
Wonder how long he's practiced that little spiel. Oh, Deputy Price, the price is right. So I'm sure it's not the first time he said that.
Slight odor of alcoholic beverages emanating from her person, not much of her breath, because she is not speaking. She's got slow and sluggish body movements, can barely stand her attention, divide her.
So who's he talking to here? Is he just self-narrating as if he's pretending to give a prosecutor's closing argument for the jury? Or is he actually walking and speaking to somebody on this? His camera is kind of waddling along, and as he's waddling along over there, again, he seems to be giving this narration. So this narration should never make it to a trial, if this case ever makes it to a trial, because he's improperly testifying right now.
Are you understanding what I'm asking you? You do? Okay. You don't understand what I'm asking you? I'm asking you to exit the vehicle for me, please, okay? So that involves turning your legs all the way outside of the car and then stepping using your 2 feet out of the vehicle, okay? Do you mind performing that task I've asked of you, please? Do you mind hopping out of the vehicle for me?
What you can see here is a lot of police officers have a DUI worksheet or a DUI alcohol or drugs influence report. And there's a lot of boxes that they can check off in different areas. And what we see all the time is that DUI cases go from A to Z as quickly as they can, which is a straight line, and anything that can take them off from that line, a lot of times they don't want to do, but here you go. It's kind of plug and play, and there's certain things that they're actually looking for and going to be literally checking the boxes. We see that fire rescue is there. Again, we don't know at what point they even spoke to her. Why is she not in the back of an ambulance right now? Clearly something's wrong. Why? And it's probably because they suspect her of DUI, so they have to put her, make sure she's still behind the wheel. That's one of the things on these DUI cases. They have to have what's called a wheel witness. Instead of fire rescue, paramedics getting her in the back of their truck and treating her, they're just letting her sit there. So that way the cops can say, yeah, I saw her behind the wheel, so they can get element 1 of a DUI to then get closer to a conviction. Clearly something's wrong. We don't know what, but it's getting to be kind of embarrassing at this point.
Step out of the car.
Oh, and there goes fire rescue. They're leaving. So what did they do? I guess they're gone at this point. Do they think that she doesn't need any help? She looks like she's in need of some medical attention. Now, it could be medical attention from drinking too much. Could be medical attention from drugs. I certainly wouldn't be leaving if I was a paramedic. And there goes truck number 2.
I'm asking you once again, exit the vehicle.
I don't think she's not getting out because she's willfully being disobedient, so you can keep asking her, you can start raising your voice, but something's not working here, so why don't you just help her out of the car?
Can you exit the vehicle for me, please? Okay.
So he helped her. He's a true gentleman.
I wanted to inform you that I am changing hats, okay? From a civil traffic crash investigation into a criminal DUI investigation, okay? Subsequent to that, I'm going to inform you of something, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to have an attorney present now at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost. If you talk to me, you have the right to stop answering questions or speak to an attorney at any time. Do you understand each of these rights? You do? Do you wear glasses at all?
So the police officer actually did the correct thing on this case. Normal non-crash DUI cases, the police don't need to read you Miranda rights. It's one of the very nuanced and very few areas of criminal defense where they don't have to read you Miranda. But in this case, in DUI car crashes, they do. They have to officially change hats, tell them that, just like he did, he actually did this perfectly. Traffic infraction part is over. He's conducting a criminal DUI investigation, and then immediately read Miranda. So this police officer did it the right way.
Do you mind taking a look at me?
Is she gonna throw up on him? I don't know. Let's see.
Are you wearing glasses? Are you wearing contacts right now? You are? Okay. Are they soft or are they hard?
Does anybody wear hard contacts anymore? They asked this question and it's kind of stupid. Let us know in the comments.
Do you have diabetes? No? You can shake your head up and down for yes and side to side for no, okay? Are you diabetic? No? Are you epileptic?
So what he's doing right now is medical rule outs. So again, this is actually the beginning that I'm seeing is he's doing it the right way. He's supposed to be asking about certain medical conditions that can mask being impaired by alcohol or drugs. So far it seems like, he's going through his checklist. Again, I still think she should be checked out by fire rescue and they should certainly have not left her. He seems to be doing a pretty decent, thorough job for a police officer.
How much alcohol have you consumed today?
So now this is a good place to pause it because you can actually read his report and see some of the questions that he's supposed to ask and the checklist that he's supposed to go off of. So you can really see how formulaic these cases are.
Are you willing to perform a series of standardized field sobriety exercises in order to dispel my fears that you did operate a vehicle within the state under the influence of an alcoholic beverage controlled substance or chemical substance to the point that your normal faculties are impaired?
So dispel my suspicion is the key word for prove me wrong. Come on, do them. Well, we know how this is going to end. Again, it's my first time watching this video. If she does them, they're going to be horrible. She's in absolutely no condition to do these. And if the officer is also a public safety officer, well, it's her safety as well. He should not be putting her in this position. She's clearly not in any condition to do these exercises and should not be doing them for her own safety.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am. Yes? Yes? Okay. Do you mind just taking the lead that they put on you and just place it right there in the car.
Okay, so he's talking about the lead. So that's the thing that was on her shoulder, right? So now we have confirmation that they were probably running some medical tests. Fire rescue already saw her. They should have taken it off. Even if she checked out as kind of normal, they still should be on scene because she's clearly not normal.
Don't move from this position until all the way down by your side. Arms down by your side. Don't move. Nope. Down by your side.
I have a feeling, right? This is in St. Pete. We're in South Florida. So this is, right by Tampa. I don't know this cop. I know this cop. I know these cops. This cop thinks it's all about him. He thinks he's the star of the show. He's the one that everybody's here to see, and he's putting on a show for the jury. There's no need to do this at this point. She can't do them. She's not going to do them. She can barely get out of the car. She's already checked out by medical. Arrest her. Take her down. Right now, this is just being done. I don't know why, if it's for his personal enjoyment or what, but she's not physically able to do this. I think everybody knows this at this point.
What color is this? No, what color is the tip of my pen? This is black? This color right here that I'm pointing to is black? It's blue? Okay.
Very hard to see that in the light. It looked black to me at first too, but then finally when it reflected off his finger, I can see blue.
Do you mind just going and put your hands behind your back for me? So you are under arrest for DUI with serious bodily injury, okay?
So DUI with serious bodily injury is a third-degree felony in Florida. I didn't see any serious bodily injury. I don't know if this cop's rushing to judgment, but the guy had some whiplash. He went to the hospital. That's not serious bodily injury. Florida law is crystal clear on that. Here he is, again, super cop is coming out to arrest her for something extremely more serious than a misdemeanor DUI with injury, which is a misdemeanor, or DUI with property damage, which is a misdemeanor. But serious bodily injury, I did not see serious bodily injury. So it's my assumption that when the prosecutors take a look at this, again, there's a lot of things that I don't know, but just from this video alone, it's not clear that this person in the other car had serious bodily injury.
That might not be alcohol. Vanilla extract?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
What?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Plus the bottles that are here on the floor too. So 21 bottles of vanilla extract.
What the hell?
All right, so that's a lot of bottles of vanilla extract. Either she's an amazing baker or she has a serious problem with alcohol. And let's be real, she has a problem. She might be an alcoholic. She might be going through some serious life stuff. We've seen this with clients with mouthwash. I haven't personally had a client with vanilla extract, but it doesn't surprise me. Those things, there's alcohol in them. It could be equivalent to a shot each. Now, we don't know if she drank all 21 bottles today, right? We don't know that, but she at least had a few. And she definitely is hiding them from somebody by the fact that she's keeping them in her car. As a defense attorney, we look at these things in a few different ways, right? Can we beat the case? But we also are representing a human being. This is not always an academic job. We're in law school and this is moot court or mock trial and you have to win. We're representing a human being who has a problem here. And that's clearly what these officers forget about and don't understand. And a lot of times the prosecutors aren't even thinking about this and just don't understand. So as the DUI defense attorney, when I'm meeting with her and we're talking about this, does she need treatment? Does she need residential treatment? What are the reasons behind this? Are there mental health issues? Are there personal life issues, problems going on? Is she the victim of domestic violence? Because it's easy to see this video and go, oh my God, throw her in jail, lock her up and throw away the key. Look, she's a danger. She could have killed somebody. I agree. Dangerous. Not good at all. But there's more to this story. Because if she is a victim of domestic violence, I think we would all be very quickly turning around and saying, well, we need to help this victim. We need to make sure this victim doesn't become the criminal and doesn't do bad things. So there's a lot of things that on my end that I love that we do because we represent human beings. And this is something that, a lot of times just the police and the prosecutors and sometimes the judges are completely out of touch with.
That's a first.
Yeah, no, I've never seen this before. I'm literally going to Google what happens if you drink a bunch of vanilla extract.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that he's Googling this right now. And so what I would do on these cases, if I was representing this client, I would make sure I have this saved. And every other case that I have with this officer, when we're talking about an injury or potential maybe a knee issue, a back issue, and we ask him questions such as, well, could that affect somebody's performance on the field sobriety exercise? Well, I don't know. I asked him and he said he seemed fine. Right? And we asked the cop and say, well, could you have done seated exercises? Well, yes, but he said he was fine. Well, then we're going to say, hey, have you ever used Google to get answers before? Because a lot of times these cops, they'll never go off of anything that is this straight line. And actually, I love the fact that he's Googling this. I mean, it's kind of funny that he's doing it, but I would use this against him in any other case where he didn't take the time to do a proper and thorough investigation. And I would bring him back to this case and say, hey, listen, on August 7th, 2023, you didn't know if vanilla extract could cause a DUI, so what did you do? You Googled it. You tried to learn and figure things out. So why didn't you do it as something as obvious as an injury or an illness or something else? This might not help this particular girl or client, but I would definitely use this for future clients.
Because I guess vanilla extract's got alcohol in it.
Okay, can cause alcohol poisoning. Well, where's fire rescue? Where are the medical professionals? The guy who has whiplash, hurt neck, personal injury lawyers call that soft tissue injuries, which they don't like those kind of cases. They're kind of BS injuries. I mean, they're real injuries. They're hard to prove damages, and they're not really that attractive to personal injury cases. DUI lawyers are going to love the fact that this was caused by somebody arrested for DUI. They rush somebody to the hospital with a soft tissue whiplash injury, and yet the girl who alcohol poisoning could be on the verge of death. Where are they? They're gone.
A hand warmer for Florida. More containers of vanilla extract.
Yes, you can get a DUI by being drunk off of vanilla extract, just like you can get a DUI for being drunk off of mouthwash. You could technically drink cologne with the alcohol and cologne. Again, you're going to get really sick, a lot sicker from probably mouthwash or cologne than you would from vanilla extract. But regardless, it's a lot of alcohol. It's highly concentrated. She has a problem. I feel for the guy who was in the car crash. I hope he's okay. I really do. I feel terribly for her because there's much more to this story. You don't wake up, buy 20-something plus bottles of vanilla extract, plus the ones in their back seat at 9 in the morning at a Walmart, unless some real shit's going on in your life. Hopefully she's hired a great attorney that can actually unpack some of those things, because our job is not just the case. We treat the human being that's going through this. And I'm sure this officer, he thinks he's so cool, and he's really not. You can see he's totally hamming it up here for the camera. So that's my take on this case. As always, you need true DUI experts to handle your DUI case. At the Rawson Law Firm, we are DUI experts. We actually teach attorneys all throughout the state of Florida how to be DUI lawyers through what are called continuing legal education credits. I actually wrote a book on DUI that's geared towards normal people, consumers. We'll put that right here. We have that available. If anybody wants a copy of the book, just reach out and we'll send it to you. If anybody wants the PDF download, reach out and we'll send it to you. It has fantastic, great information. It's about 200 pages. It's not 20 pages of fluff and BS. This goes kind of step by step by step of the Rawson Law Firm method and how we help people and how we defend against DUI cases, and really just giving people free information that they desperately need to know. So you can always reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to give that to you. But if you're ever in this situation, you need real DUI lawyers on your case. You can always reach us at 754-206-6200.